why do we need a totally new paradigm of leadership? Recently, we've been doing a meta-analysis at Henley Business School to look at how come the research tells us that around the world, more and more money is being spent on leadership development. And yet, trust in leadership, both in business and in government, has been declining. And leadership is becoming less trusted and less respected. And one of the conclusions from this is that the gap between the changing challenges for leadership and what leadership development is doing is getting bigger, not smaller. Why is this happening? Well, first of all, I think we have been asking the wrong questions about leadership. For many years, the debate has been, are leaders born or are they developed? But this is the wrong question. Because we've still been operating on the belief that leadership resides inside leaders. But leadership is always, but always, a relational phenomena. It resides, for leadership to happen, three things have to be present. Leaders, followers, and most importantly of all, a collective endeavour. So what is a collective endeavour? Well, it is both like other terms that already exist. It's like a collective mission or a collective core objective, but it's not the same insofar as a mission is often something dreamt up by the team, whereas the collective endeavour is a challenge from the world that the team recognises that they need to respond to. So in many ways, the collective endeavour can be there before the team even forms. But it is a compelling challenge that we know we need to respond to, and we know we need to collaborate together to find the right response. There is much in the literature already about the relationship between followers and leaders, but very few people to date have been writing about the third aspect to that triangle, the collective endeavour. A lot has been written about the very famous phrase that necessity is the mother of invention. But from our work, what we're discovering is the challenge or the collective endeavour that is the father of leadership. It is when we have a compelling challenge that needs a collaborative response more than individuals working in parallel that leadership comes into being. It is the compelling challenge that is the apex of the triangle, of which leaders and followers are the two other corners. It is only when we have a quality compelling endeavour that we need a leader or leadership collectively to bring the efforts of more than one person, a team, a network, or an organisation to achieve something that they can not achieve individually or through simple collaboration, but through some degree of orchestrated collaborative work. And to date, a lot of our leadership literature has not looked at the role of this collective endeavour. And how does the leadership reside in the flow around that triangle? Once we have that triangular notion of leadership, we can then look at what are the qualities of a collective endeavour, what are the qualities that leadership must bring to enable the flow around that triangle, and what are the qualities of the followers. And those are the things we've now been looking at. So rather than talking about leadership residing in a leader, then we talk about what are the qualities the people who have to orchestrate the response have to bring. And one of the things we know about the leadership in that role is they must neither be just focusing on the endeavor, because then they become like an iconoclast who preaches a new mission top down and tries to sell it and tell it to all their people, nor just focused on our people, because then we are playing for popularity. But our job as leader is to be in service of the endeavor and in service of the people, but most of all in service of connecting the people to that which we must all face. And this is a new challenge for leadership. But it's also a new challenge for leadership development, because we have to realize that the development is to develop not just leaders, but the leader-follower relationship and the leader-follower collective endeavor relationship. So that means the leadership development cannot just be done in classrooms with case studies. It must be done with real challenges. It must work not just with the CEO or the leadership team, but the leadership team engaging with all its key stakeholder groups to find new responses to tomorrow's challenges.